Let me ask you a question. What if I told you that the very thing you fear the most, silence, could actually be your greatest weapon? Imagine this scenario. You hold the key to freeing yourself emotionally, and it all starts by doing nothing at all. Sounds simple, right? But here's the twist. Most people fail to commit to no contact because they fall into the trap of believing that silence is weakness. Well, allow me to change your perspective completely. Silence is power. In this video, we will break down all the myths surrounding no contact, shift the way you've been thinking, and give you a roadmap to transform emotional chaos into unshakable strength. You're here because you've tried everything, haven't you? Late-night texts, waiting for a response that never comes, obsessing over why they left you. And now you're stuck wondering, does no contact really work, or am I just torturing myself? Here's the harsh truth. Most people fail at no contact because they focus on the wrong thing, the other person. That's the real problem. This is not about them. It's about you. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you stop playing mind games with yourself. In this video, I'll share 10 harsh but essential truths for staying strong during no contact. I won't sugarcoat anything. We'll discuss the uncomfortable topics no one talks about. The raw, shocking truths that will wake you up and change your life. But here's the deal, you have to be ready to hear them. No sugarcoating, no fluff, just straight, unfiltered facts that will make you rethink not only your relationships but also the way you see yourself. By the end of this video, you won't just survive the silence, you'll control it. Stay with me until the end, and trust me, the truth will make you rethink every decision you've made in your relationships. Ready to hear it? If so, hit subscribe and comment, I'm ready. If you're committed to watching this video to the end. Now let's begin. 1. Understanding the challenge. The hardest part of no contact isn't the silence itself. It's the stories you tell yourself about that silence. You sit there, staring at your phone, wondering, why haven't they reached out? You start overthinking. Maybe they've moved on. Maybe they never cared. Maybe I'm not good enough. Let me stop you right there. These thoughts are not facts. They are lies your mind creates to fill the silence. Here's the truth. Humans crave closure. We'd rather have a painful, messy answer than live in uncertainty. But here's the hard truth you need to accept. Sometimes no answer is the answer. Let that sink in. Silence speaks louder than words, but only if you're willing to listen. The challenge of no contact isn't just external. It's internal. It's about quieting the noise in your head and recognizing that your worth doesn't come from someone else's attention. Think of it this way. You've been running a marathon with someone who stopped caring about the race a long time ago. While you keep running, they're standing on the sidelines watching you exhaust yourself. No contact is the moment you decide to stop running and catch your breath. This isn't giving up, it's an opportunity to heal. And let's be real, it's going to hurt, like ripping off a bandage. The pain will be sharp and immediate. But what's the alternative? Staying stuck in a cycle of hope and disappointment? Holding on to breadcrumbs of attention? You deserve more than that. You deserve the whole loaf. I know what you're thinking. What if they forget about me? Let me flip the question. What if they don't? What if your silence forces them to see what they lost? The truth is, people only value what they fear losing. When you stop making yourself available for their comfort, you stop being predictable. This isn't manipulation, it's self-respect. Every time you feel the urge to text them, ask yourself, what am I really trying to achieve? If the answer is anything other than peace of mind, don't hit send. The silence you're running from is the very thing that will set you free. 2. The power of emotional detachment. The reason no contact feels impossible is because you've tied your happiness to their actions. If they reach out, you feel good. If they don't, you spiral. That's not love, that's dependency. And here's the key point. People can sense when you need them more than they need you. And that gives them all the power. Emotional detachment doesn't mean shutting off your feelings. It means reclaiming your power. Right now, your emotions are like a puppet on strings, and they're holding the controls. Every time they ignore you, you feel worthless. Every time they text you, you feel validated. But what if you cut the strings? What if you stopped letting them define your value? Here's a secret most people won't tell you. Detachment makes you irresistible. Why? Because people are drawn to those who don't need them. The moment you stop seeking their validation is the moment you become interesting. It's human nature, we want what we can't have. But let's go even deeper. Emotional detachment isn't just about the myths about you. It's about learning to find peace within yourself. Think of it like this: if you're standing in the middle of a storm, you have two choices. You can fight the wind and get tossed around, or you can stand firm and let it pass. Detachment is standing firm. It's accepting that you can't control the storm, but you can control how you respond to it. A practical step to start detaching is creating space, not just physically but mentally. Every time you catch yourself thinking about them, redirect that energy into something productive. Start a project. Learn a skill. Go to the gym. Do anything that reminds you of your own capabilities. The more you focus on yourself, the less control they have over you. Detachment isn't a one-time decision. It's a daily practice. You'll have moments of weakness, and that's okay. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Keep showing up for yourself, even on the days when it feels impossible. 3. Trusting your decision. You've decided to go no contact, but now the doubts creep in. What if I'm making a mistake? What if they think I don't care? What if they move on and forget about me? Let me stop you right there. These thoughts come from fear, not logic. And fear has one job: to keep you stuck. No contact isn't just a strategy, it's a statement. It says, I value my peace more than your attention. I choose myself over this cycle of pain. That's a choice most people are too afraid to make. They'd rather stay in the comfort of toxic relationships than face the pain of growth. But let me ask you this: what has chasing them ever brought you? Did it make them love you more? Did it bring you peace? Or did it leave you drained and disappointed? No contact isn't about punishing them. It's about saving yourself. It's about stepping back, taking space, and healing. It's not about waiting for them to come back. If your only goal is to get them back, then you're missing the point. This is about you, breaking your need for their validation, standing on your own. Because the truth is, no contact doesn't guarantee they'll come back. But it does guarantee one thing: you'll come back to yourself. You'll rediscover the parts of you that you lost in the relationship. And you'll remember what it feels like to be whole on your own.